Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Intan Putri Ayuni with student ID 200305001. And in here, I want to explain the paragraph 1, 2, and 3, which we have read before. So the first paragraph is, how is your life? I hope you all the best for you. 9. Now I'm a student in English education. I have been in college for 4 semesters. Actually, I really enjoy learning English, but I had some problems when I learned it. So for paragraph 1, in the sentence, I really enjoy learning English, there is a gerund. So for the paragraph 2, first I found difficulty to memorize vocabulary in English. I know it one of very important role to speaking skill. It's also the most basic thing that I have the master when learning to compose sentences. So I try to memorize some vocabulary every night before going to bed, hoping this will help. And for the paragraph 2, the sentence difficulty to memorize vocabulary, there is an infinitive. And in the sentence I try to memorize some vocabulary, it's infinitive too. For the paragraph 3, furthermore, I had hard time to learn grammar correctly. As we know, the English language is not free of grammatical usage. I didn't know how to use it. Grammar is hard for me. I always failed when my teacher asked me to make English sentences using simple present tense because I didn't understand when we use verb SES. Not only that, I was confused when used vocabulary in different sentence. So for the paragraph 3, more focus for better understanding is gerund. That's all for me. Thank you.
I'm having a hard time translating. When the teacher gives me long questions, I never try to translate them myself. I immediately translate it via Google Translate. Likewise, when having a conversation, it took me a long time to finally be able to answer one question while having a conversation because I still use Google Translate very often. However, now I will try to fix it. I also have no friends to practice with. If you are here, I will definitely be more enthusiastic about practicing English conversation. As of now, there are many applications to chat with foreign people, but I still haven't dared to try it. I'm afraid they won't talk to me, or I'm afraid they will look at me. However, I will keep trying to be able to speak fluently in English. I'm I'm having a hard time translating is gerund. I immediately translated it via Google Translate is infinitive. Likewise, when having conversation is gerund. For me to say is infinitive. I will definitely be more enthusiastic about practicing is gerund, but I still haven't dared to try it as infinitive. I will keep trying as gerund.
Okay, next. Because of that, I rarely speak in class. The difficult things that I had not mastered causes me a little insecure. The fear of being wrong and embarrassed, so that was not brave and not active in class. I ever decided to study outside of school hours, but I didn't know where to start. It seems enough confidence is the main thing that I have. That way, I was not afraid when I made mistake and consider it part of my learning process. Alright, in for paragraph, I think the sentence I decided to study outside of school hours is to infinitive, and then part of my learning process is gerund. Alright, next. Another, I also didn't understand the material about essay. The use of words and choosing a topic is very difficult. We have to determine the structure of each paragraph and understand the content of each paragraph. However, I keep practicing so I can master the material. I know it's hard, but if I continue to practice what I learn, I will definitely become a master in that field. Alright, in 5 paragraphs, I think the sentence words and choosing a topic is a gerund, and the sentence we have determined the structure is infinitive too, and I keep practicing so I can is gerund, and then I continue to practice is infinitive. Alright, next paragraph is in speaking. It is difficult for me to say certain words. In my opinion, speaking is one of the difficult skills because we have to pronounce the words correctly so that there are no misunderstandings. That's why I often listen to music or watch some movies as a means for me to practice. Music or watching English film are fun ways for me to practice listening and increase vocabulary. By knowing a lot of vocabulary, maybe I can be confident in speaking in English, even though the grammar is not Sorry, I think in paragraph 6, the sentence for me to say is infinitive. The sentence my opinion speaking is one is gerund, and then sentence we have to pronounce is infinitive, and listen to music or watching is infinitive. Alright, I think that's all. Next will be explained by my friend.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bladona Nisarefa and I will read the paragraph 9 until 10. Okay. With all this, I always feel less confident about my ability to speak English. Every time I want to try, it feels hesitant to say or write. The fear of being wrong always scares me. Sometimes I'm afraid of grammar, for fear of being wrong in pronunciation or vocabulary. There are so many fears because of the things I told you above. I really hope that all of this can be lost soon. I hope you can help me. What should I do now to build my confidence right now? I also lack confidence when going to the speaking. When command to speak, I would be very nervous and make my enunciation very obscure. My professor always told us to be mentally trained, not to be nervous when we speak or give arguments. That is why I practice speaking at home and in front of my family. That's why I hope that I get used to speaking in English. That's one of my efforts in speaking.